If you're in a sport management program or you're in the sports industry, you're probably wondering, if you don't belong to a networking organization already, how do I network with people who are involved in sports? If you're not in an organization and you're looking around to get in one, let me share with you what I think you should do based on my experience. Now, for those of you who are frequent viewers of my video channels but don't know my background, I've been in sports for some time. I started off essentially writing about sports as a columnist for the Mont-Clarion. Then, as economic advisor to Mayor Elihu Harris, I was responsible for, as he put it, everything from redevelopment to the Raiders. I was assigned to find buyer teams for the Oakland Athletics when it looked like the Oakland Athletics were going to leave town, so I've got the Raiders on my mind because they lost yesterday. And with respect to the Raiders, I was assigned the job of knowing the Raiders deal backward and forward, advising the mayor, and also looking at specific proposals that came through regarding alterations to the Raiders deal and also changes in the lease between the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum complex and the Oakland Raiders. Under Jerry Brown, I headed the Oakland Alameda County Sports Commission and came within 12 NFL owner votes of bringing the 2005 Super Bowl to Oakland. We lost to Jacksonville. In 2003, I started a new company called Sports Business Simulations, which consists of 3 games: the Oakland Baseball Sim World, the XFL Sim World, and the soon-to-be-announced Buffy the Gym Girl, all used in sport management programs and some used just for plain fun. Now, in my history, I've seen a lot of groups come and go. My recommendation to you is, if you're in the Bay Area, is to join Women in Sports and Events. Why? Because it's the only consistent organization that provides a networking vessel for people in the sports business. I don't care that you're a guy. Come and support women who are in sports and want to get in the sports industry. It's a great organization. What I like about WISE, aside from the fact that one of my best friends is the head of it, is how they treat you, the customer. Always with follow-up, always with respect, always with decency, and always trying to find ways to get you to come back to the next meeting. If you're at a university, like for example the University of San Francisco, where my business partner Dan Rasher is the academic program director for the sport manager program, you're really already in a group. But I would say that if you want to get outside the group that is the college, WISE is your best bet. If you're in another part of the country and watching this, and more than likely you are, let's say you're in New York, where do you go? Well, you've got Cortland that has a sport manager program that has a student group. You have a number of organizations. You have the New York Sports Commission and their meetings. You've got a range of areas to go to. Now, one organization I personally recommend that you not join, based on my personal experience, is the National Sports Marketing Network. And the reason is very simply this. Remember when I said that WISE treats the customer with respect? Well, the National Sports Marketing Network didn't treat me as a customer with respect. What happened basically is that, and this is the way, not just with me, but with others, is let's say that you had a membership, maybe it expired, you don't know. They invite you to one of their events, say, hey, come, it's members only. But then when you RSVP, they say, well, you're not a member. But wait a minute, they don't give you an opportunity to just come anyway and maybe clean up the books, because it's not your fault that they contacted you, right? The National Sports Marketing Network does not have a good track record with a number of people. And unfortunately, those interns that have worked in the Bay Area for the National Sports Marketing Network, who hailed from the University of San Francisco, felt that they were treated terribly. So I would say, if you have alternatives, and there are many, take them. Look on Google for sports business networks and type in the city that you're in. You'll find something. But you know what? You can also establish your own group. There is a system that you should employ called the internet and Craigslist to establish your own meeting organizations. You don't need to meet in a fancy hotel. You don't need to meet in a nice restaurant. You can meet in a coffee shop or a cafe, and voila, you've got your group. So there's my advice to you, but I close by strongly advising you that if you're in the Bay Area, or if you're in New York, or any other major city like Chicago, join WISE. Join Women in Sports and Events. www.wise.com. Check it out. It's the best organization for sports networking in the United States. Hey folks, a correction. It's spelled out womeninsportsandevents.com. Not wise.com, but womeninsportsandevents.com. Or you can go to Google or your favorite search engine and type womeninsportsandevents.com.